Hello, my name is Malcolm Smith, and for this video, I'm going to go over the weapon change / weapon pickup that I have designed. So I'll just do a quick demonstration. Right now we have a weapon called Lead Rain. I'm gonna change the name later. Obviously, if I press E to switch it, there we go. It changes to Lead Storm. Obviously, I need to update the names and such. Then I go back in, switch to previous weapon, which is just the auto gun, and I can see it's updating, ammo and the appearance, stuff like that. I work on the message. But yeah, let's go over how I actually made this work. So let's go into the weapon change, Lead Rain. So in it, I just have a skeleton of the new gun, and then I have a rotating movement and then a sphere. Obviously, the rotating movement is just to make the gun spin around. In the event graph, I just cast a first-person character and make a variable called player. And then in the interact prop section, on the actor event begin overlap, if the other actor equals the player, create a interact prop, which is I'll show that right now. Hang on. Which is a interact prop, which is just E to swap. That's the base thing of it. But it's actually binded to a interact prop variable. Let's go back to the Lead Rain. So yeah, if the player interacts with it, create their widget and then add it to the screen, and then it checks if the player's already interacted with it. So if false, just make the regular interact widget, set the prompt to the name or just the prompt message, and then add to the viewport. If it's not, switch the previous weapon and then add to the viewport. And then if the player leaves the overlap, just remove the parent widget or remove the widget from the parent. And I'll actually go over the interact function. So in the interact function, I check if the player has already interacted with it, and if it's false, I cast the first person character, I get the child actor class, and then I set it to a variable called previous weapon. And the reason why I do this is that I just store what weapon the player had before they switched. And then I set the child actor of the player's gun to the weapon that this weapon swap is for. This weapon change is for. So for this weapon change is for the Lead Rain weapon. And then I set it. The player's gun changes to Lead Rain, which I'll go to that right now. So let's go into the weapons. I'll go into Lead Rain. Yeah, I'll set it to Lead Rain, which is just this. And then let's go back to, okay, I'm already here. So I set the skeletal mesh to the previous gun, and then I get the class, get the ammo, get the max ammo, and then I set it to the weapon 1, and then set the child actor, change it, update the heads up display, and then if I've already interacted with it, then I'll just set the player's weapon to whatever it had before, and then set the mesh, set everything back to the old weapon, current ammo and max ammo, and basically do the same thing, update, and then set interacted to false. So I can do that again, and then if it did interact, set interact to true. And I'll demonstrate that again. So, I press E, I haven't interacted with it. Now I'm at Lead Storm, which has 100 bullets and then 300 max ammo. And then I need to find a way to make the text update. But I've interacted with it, so now I can switch to the previous weapon, which was the GS auto gun. And it has its ammo as well. And this gun, see, let me test this out. I think the way it had it is that this checks the skeleton. So let's say I have a shotgun.